He who wishes to peer into the abyss needs simply to wander through Nodcry on a misty night. The march of the wild hunt will be sure to drag him into the darkness.
Add Astro.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up. No more lies. Seek within. Can't hide the truth. No more lies. Time to come clean. Time to come clean. The deception ends here. For the everlasting forest, seek within.
Flash attack! Can't handle your dream.
With one heart, we pray. It all adds up. It all falls into place. The deception ends here.
Imagine, if you can believe it, a whole other world within this universe. In that world, people found supreme bliss in what can best be described as lucid dreams. Reality became blurred, or rather, redefined. But outside of their flawless reality, the problems of the material world remained. And in the end, the cold, hard truths of the real world caught up to them in the reality to which they had escaped. Deep in the dark ruins, another soul who was fleeing destruction discovered the final remains of this world. These two terminals were once a means for the dreamers to manage the outside world. Now, they form part of the mage's collection. The mage once tried to form a world from things she had gleaned in her eclectic experience, but as the calm observer, she never found that spark of inspiration to bring everything together. Before fate caught up to the wandering mage, she paid one more visit to her wise and learned friends. She learned much during their time together, and although she did not find the answer, her loneliness faded away in time. But as she and her friends crafted other wondrous worlds together, she finally realized the missing piece in the world she dreamed of creating. A vibrant, captivating protagonist. The glorious traveler and their impeccable companion were the perfect candidates. She was filled with hope. The lucid dream of a lost civilization was built anew, and the mage's vast collection now had a world to call home. After sojourning for so long, it was time for her to leave lest the destruction catch up with her. And in any case, a new story had now begun.
Sincerest greetings.
Sincerest greetings, traveler in Paimon. As you wish.
I want to help. It's been a few. Still no news about Rarer, though. Where could he have slunk off to? If only he was gone for good. But with all the trouble he stirred up before, there's no way we've seen the last of him.
Hello! You must be the traveler in Paimon? Mr. Flint has been looking for you. Unfortunately, there's been a serious wild hunt attack over at the quarry. He thinks it's time to regroup and figure out a plan.
The wild hunt? Oh, uh-oh. We better get over there right away. Come on, let's go.
People ought not be so frightened of ghosts. They are merely talking shadows, chattering away endlessly about their past affairs.
I can barely sense any Kuvaki at all. This whole area feels like a soulless husk.
Looks like his appetite truly is insatiable. As if the power of that energy cannon wasn't enough.
He's not seriously still getting stronger? What's his endgame here?
Everyone's here already. Hey, we made it. So, what's going on?
We've all been on high alert since we split up a few days back, expecting Rerir to strike again. But it's like he just vanished into thin air. No one has seen him nor found any trace of his presence. That is, until this morning, when a ratnik found signs of wild hunt activity while out here on patrol. As you can see, the Crystonite itself is physically intact, but the Kuvaki it contained is all but completely diminished.
And we're sure that Rerir did this. Who else? He's the only one who could pull off a stunt like this.
Kuvaki loss has reached critical levels. Reikir of Solnari set to maximum threat level. Warning, unless de-escalation measures are taken soon, he will pose a threat beyond our ability to contain. The consequences could be catastrophic.
Traveler, do you remember when we encountered Rerir just after regaining his body? There wasn't a shred of sanity left. Nothing but madness and rage.
Yeah. Oh, Paimon gets chills just thinking about it. Oh, but the thought that he's still out there, lurking somewhere in Not Cry, waiting for his chance to strike? Oh, even chillier.
Last time we fought, we were already at a disadvantage. If he has such overwhelming strength, why would...
Yeah, if I were him and I wanted more Kuvaki, I'd just take it by force. No point staying in the shadows, unless something went wrong. His whole resurrection...
The other thing is, How does someone who's completely lost their mind still have the wherewithal to cover their tracks so perfectly?
Beats me.
According to certain medical studies, insanity does not always entail a complete loss of rationality. It may be that he is simply living in a world of his own.
That actually sounds about right. He was ranting away to himself the whole time.
There are many unanswered questions here. He could be right under our noses, and we'd still be in the... Besides his name and title, we know little about him. Certainly nothing about his past, or what he might be hoping to achieve.
Exactly. And we wouldn't even know where to begin looking. Even Boss hadn't heard of the Rahir of Solnari before all this. I'd be willing to bet that even if we gathered together every scrap of intel in Nodcry, we still wouldn't find more than, 3 useful facts about him.
So, if we do nothing, he'll just keep getting stronger. But last time we had Marionette and her big robo-buddy to help us, and we still barely held our ground. If we had to face him alone, Paimon's head hurts.
Well, I do have a little hunch about his next move. Given that he attacked the quarry, I'd say it's likely he'll target other places rich in Kuvaki, somewhere like the Eye of Krati, or the Pillar of Embla. One thing's for sure. If we just sit back and let him keep absorbing Kuvaki, we really won't stand a chance to...
A perfectly reasonable hypothesis. However, it is worth noting that these two locations are quite far apart. To investigate them both...
I agree, we should split up. Right now, Rarir's goal seems to be gathering Kuvaki, not fighting us directly.
Wait, why Hisi Island?
If I recall correctly, your largest goddess statue was carved from Kuvaki-rich ore, was it not?
That's right. Yes, it could well be a potential target of his. I should head back and start evacuating the pilgrims.
Splitting up's always gonna be risky, but I guess we don't have much choice. And if we do run into Rarir?
That's when you follow the 3rd rule of treasure hunting. Run like the wind.
Didn't you say the 3rd rule was go with the flow?
I don't know. Did I? Anyway, whatever.
Agreed. If anyone finds so much as a trace of Rarir, do not pursue him.
All right, we'd better get moving. Come on, Anetha, let's go.
Close your eyes. Night falls. Observe. Do you fear the dark? Be silent. Close your eyes. Observe to dust.
Look, the rainbow! The bond is strong. Swirl, Mark 2. Stay clear. Absorption test.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark?
Flash attack! Dissipate. Lightning, terrible. Stay clear. Absorption test.
Be silent. Close your eyes. Night falls.
Look, the rainbow! Get with me. Stand clear. Animal hypostasis simulation. Animal.
Be silent. Observe. Night falls.
Wing down weather bomb. I'll settle this. Dissipate. Absorption test.
Beware the creatures of the night. Close your eyes.
Look, the rainbow! Get with me. Enhanced animal module 75. Animal test 6308.
Observe to dust. Be silent to dust.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Let's go get ourselves some answers.
Do not be afraid, for I am with you. leads?
Nope. Diddly squat. No clues to where he might be hiding. It's like he's a ghost. It feels like we're sitting on a powder keg that could go off at any second. Ugh, I hate this feeling. I'd rather face him head on than be left hanging like this.
So, you guys didn't find anything either?
Not loving the word either.
I questioned a few Ratniki and eventually narrowed my investigation down to one suspicious individual. But by the time I got to his place, he almost as if he knew someone was on to him.
He's been biding his time for a while now.
No idea. Since regaining his body, he seems to have lost all interest in the fragment in my possession. If he did still want it, he's had...
All we can do now is hope that Aino and Anefa turn up some leads. Darn it, Rarir! Wait, he's actually here?
No, it's coming from Silver Moon Hall. The Lady Kutar might be in danger.
Let's get over there, quick!
No time for questions. Stop him!
This is insane.
Yehuda, get Kutar out of here!
On it.
Look where your feeble light has gotten you. Now you shall plunge into darkness. Thalindus, soon I will find a way.
Watch out!
That was too close!
We barely made it out of there alive. What's that guy's deal? How'd he get so crazy strong?
He's a threat to this entire nation. I doubt his strength could even be measured by conventional standards.
I have have a question. When me and Anefa showed up, we saw him chasing after this lady like he wanted her dead. What was that all about? We weren't there for the whole thing either. They were already duking it out by the time we arrived.
Yeah, we didn't see how it all started. It all escalated so...
Kutar, can you shed any light on the situation?
Kutar. Cross-checking database. I see. So you're the one that the Frost Moon Scions refer to as the Moon Goddess?
Wait, she's the moon goddess? Oh, no wonder she looks just like all those statues.
There are many reasons why people might worship the moon, and just as many why they might despise it. I've never met that person before, but there was no mistaking his deep-seated hostility towards me. Why he holds me in such contempt, I cannot say. But since he hunts the power of the moon, it's no surprise that I am a target.
Kutar.
There are many potential motives. For instance, you help the traveler escape his grasp. This could be his way of taking revenge. It is also possible that he covets the Kuvaki inside you and seeks to take it for his own. The list goes on. But right now, devising a counter-strategy should be our #1 priority. The likelihood of this location being discovered is close to 100%.
A counter-strategy? But we don't stand a chance against an enemy. Surely our only option is to run. He's not gonna chase us to the end of the world, right? So as long as we can sneak out of No, I can't say that. Come on, Yehoda. This is serious stuff.
Running is our only option.
Huh?
You seem surprised, but what other choice do we have? We are facing an enemy we cannot possibly defeat in
Well, I mean, yeah, but still.
It's not too late. I can distract him, so you'll have plenty of time to make your escape.
Wait, what? You're gonna act as bait?
Doesn't that make sense? I'm the one he's after. There's no need for you to risk your necks on my behalf. A coyote doesn't stop for bypassers while it's howling at the moon. What is it, Loma? The Frost Moon Scions have already grown accustomed to life without their goddess. My presence here is no longer essential, and this is not my home, so you needn't ask me to stay.
We can't just roll over and let him get away with this. That's not our style.
Yeah. We can't just call it quits after every... Besides, she pretty much saved my life back there. If I just ditched her now, I'd never forgive myself.
We can't overlook that you have saved our lives multiple times now. To talk of returning the favor would be a little crass for my liking. But suffice to say that we are friends.
Riri's true objective remains unclear. Even if we were to sacrifice Miss Kutar, there's no guarantee he would stop.
But...
Kutar, I know why you left the Frost Moon Scions so long ago. It was because people started treating prayer as a form of trade. They would make self-centered wishes, force you to accept meaningless offerings in return, and then expect you to perform miracles for them, as if that were their entitlement. If it were me, I might have walked away too. But I believe that time can change everything, and that sometimes it takes losing. After much reflection, I've realized that this was never about whether the Frost Moon Scions need you. Any relationship based on need is purely transactional. What I truly hope is that you'll choose to stay, not out of obligation, but as part of our family. You were born here, and now you've returned. Who knows? Perhaps it was the moonlight that guided you home.
Thank you, Lauma. But my power is on the wane. I'm afraid I will be of little use to you now. Very well then.
Both times you saved us, we were transported across great distances in an instant. Is that one of your powers as the moon goddess?
It is, but I find it very draining. I barely managed to pull it off just now, and it will be some time before I'm strong enough to do so again. Rejected by the world, my power is dwindling, like a lake cut off from its source, slowly shrinking away. Now, it has almost run dry.
What do you mean, rejected by the world?
The 3 moons belong to the ancient bygone era in which they came into being. From the moment I was born, the world itself has been steadily sapping away at my strength. The 3 moons are not one and the same. As the goddess of the frost moon, I cannot wield the powers of the other 2. Yet moonlight has a way of blending together. Each can reflect the other's glow. So when our fingers touched, I was able to restore my strength by drawing Kuvaki from the eternal moon's marrow. But this method of recovery is painfully slow. If only we could find the...
It's the Wild Hunt! Even faster than we expected. We'll have to finish this conversation later.
See how those Wild Hunt creatures are running away from us. They're likely just a scouting party, which means Rerir won't be far behind.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get the...
Close your eyes. Be silent. Close your eyes.
He just keeps coming! This is driving me nuts!
Rerir's closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace.
There's too many of them! And this time, we can't go back on Kutar's house to escape! This goes on much longer.
Annihilation mode. Cleanup sequence initiated.
With one heart, and prey, lushes the moon.
Be silent. Too dark. Beware the creatures of the night. Observe. Night falls.
Lash attack!
Preparing for dust up. Defensive mode engaged.
Receive my blessing. I the frost in the hole.
Close your eyes. Observe. Do you fear the dark? Join.
Look, your rainbow!
With one heart,
Ultimatum protocol. Installation chamber deployed.
The night comes. Be silent. Night falls.
What's the matter? Bit off more than you could chew?
Who are you? Uncle Varka! You're back from Amsvarnir? Whoa! You're Varka? Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius?
We could save the intros for later. Right now, let's get you all out of this hellhole. Follow me. I know somewhere you'll be safe.
Oh, is that where I think it is?
That's the one. Come on, move! There's no...
Wow! Where are we? This is so well hidden.
Well, that goes without saying. This is the Knights of Favonius' meeting place in Nodcry, and a contact hub for the Northern Intelligence Network, aka the black market of intel. No matter what faction you're with, it's the place to buy and sell information. Their headquarters are in Nodkrai, but they've got contacts in every nation. As an expeditionary force on foreign soil, working with them has offered us the most effective way of getting our hands on reliable local intel. This is where we meet. So naturally... Anyway, where were we? Folks from Nodkrai should be pretty familiar with me by now. But I believe this is the first time we've met. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Varka, Knight of Boreas, and Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
We've heard all about you. This meeting's been a long time coming. You look way younger than Paimon expected. But you definitely have that Grand Master vibe.
Well, I'm no spring chicken. Just not showing my age yet. Definitely feeling some of that back pain today, though. Rushed back from Amsfartnir without a wink of sleep, only to get right into another fight with that freshly revived maniac.
Another? You mean you fought him before?
Yep. He wasn't nearly as strong back then, but he was still a formidable foe. I brought some of the knights along to give him a little surprise, but he saw us coming from a mile off. My squad took heavy injuries, and I barely made it out alive myself. We knew it might have been our last chance, so we staked everything on it. But still, it wasn't enough to stop him. I tried tracking him down afterwards, but he didn't leave a trace. Even in his unhinged mental state, he's as cautious as any trained operative. So, I decided to come find you. And as luck would have it, turned up to find you being ambushed by the Wild Hunt. The rest?
Is that why he's been frantically absorbing Kuvaki these past few days? Because he sees you as a threat?
Maybe I'm part of the equation, but even if I weren't, I'm sure he'd still be gathering power. He's clearly working up towards something.
Note to self, Uncle Varka's strength rating officially upgraded.
Guess it's my turn to ask questions now. So, what exactly has been happening in Nodkrai? Returned in humanoid form. And why is it after you?
That's a long story, but I'll try to make it quick.
Wow, I had no idea so much had happened. Sounds like you guys have really been through it. So, the Kutar is actually a Fatui Harbinger. And all this wild hunt activity in Nodkrai is the work of the Raker of Solnari, one of the 5 sinners. That's a lot to take in. Need some time to wrap my head around.
I'm truly sorry, Mr. Varka. You stood with us against the Wild Hunt and did everything you could to stop it from escalating into a full-blown catastrophe. And then, the one time you're away...
You've got nothing to apologize for, Miss Moonchanter. You can plan 100 steps ahead and still slip up. That's just life. No one knows what tomorrow holds. You can't predict which way the wind will blow. And, to be perfectly honest, I can't say I'm surprised. For all the times we've defeated the Wild Hunt in the past, we've never been able to completely wipe it out. Turns out, we were just delaying the inevitable. But now that a new variable has come into play, fate may well take a different course.
A new variable? You mean...
Who else? And in a strange way, I think his resurgence might not be an entirely bad thing. The Wild Hunt is like an unrelenting force of nature, but Rerir is an individual with an agenda. That said, while I was explaining everything just now, some of the points that Mr. Flint's added caught my attention.
You mean about our mystery ally?
That's right. From what you've said, not only did they lead you straight to some key files, they also shielded Hisi Island from a lethal Kuvaki blast. I don't know who or what could pull something like that off. Heck, even Miss Columbina doesn't have a clue.
I hadn't heard the story about those files. Would you mind repeating their titles for me?
Wild Hunt Phenomena Log, a Nodkrayan Ratnik's Field Journal, and Kuvaki Survey Log.
Oh. No.
Another dead end. Guess all we can do now is hope that our Still, it's safest to assume they won't be intervening again. From here on out, we'll have to resolve this crisis. Your intel also explains something else I've been wondering about. The reason I led my team to Amsfarnir was because we'd had reports about a possible source of the Wild Hunt showing up there. But once we looked into it, it turned out to be a red herring. I don't know who was behind it, but clearly, I doubt it's by chance that he happened to make his comeback while my attention was diverted. And from everything you told me, it sounds like his scheming began well before his return. But is it even possible that he orchestrated all of this by himself? The Moon Maiden and the Raker of Solnari. Nodcry of all places. The way everything is unfolding, it can't be a coincidence.
So, what?
Right now, we've got at least 3 things to consider. Let's go through them one by one. First, we need to figure out how to take down Rerir. If we can't beat him in a straight-up fight, the rest— To my knowledge, the bulk of Nodcry's fighting force is already gathered here. But even with everyone united, we're still no match for Rerir in his current state.
What if there was a way to tap into a new power of our own?
How so?
Have you thought of something, Columbina?
3 moons once watched over this world. The Eternal Moon was the largest. The Frost Moon was the brightest. And the Iridescent Moon was the most mysterious. They say that back then, the 3 moon goddesses wielded immense power, enough to shape the workings of the world itself. I now bear the Frost Moon's power, and the Eternal Moon's marrow resides within the Traveler.
Hold on. Are you suggesting?
The iridescent moon, the last piece in the puzzle.
That's right. If we can find the Iridescent Moon's marrow, I will be able to regain my strength much more quickly.
The 3 moons are said to stir the tides and illuminate all things. Perhaps they hold further secrets beyond our understanding.
According to my analysis, the solution is feasible. However, it is subject to one major condition. How do we locate the Iridescent Moon's marrow?
I know a way, but we will need to visit the Fatui's Experimental Design Bureau.
The Experimental Design Bureau? Are you saying we need to involve Marionette?
Yes. I must speak with Sandrone.
It's a long way from here to the Experimental Design Bureau. There's a high chance you'll be spotted. You shouldn't go alone.
Then that's settled. Next up, our second priority. As you saw for yourselves, when he was still in his Wild Hunt form, everything he did was for the sake of recovering his body and resurrecting himself. His first act since then, after laying low for a while, was to try and assassinate this young lady. People's obsessions often reveal their greatest vulnerabilities. There must be a reason why he despises the moon so deeply. Perhaps it sheds some light on his title. The Wild Hunt has plagued Nodcry for centuries now. If we want to stop it—
It's true. We still If Kuthar hadn't given us that lead, we wouldn't even know his name.
But where would we even start? I doubt even the Intel Queen of Nodcry has a clue, and she has info coming out of her ears.
Oh? That's a rather hasty conclusion for someone who's so painstakingly meticulous when it comes to dealing with machines.
She heard me.
Boss! What are you doing here?
I'm now asking myself the same question. I received a letter from a humble knight of Favonius, requesting a meeting to discuss a major business deal. But it looks like this humble knight had something else in mind.
Details. Miss Neffer, the important thing is that you've arrived at the perfect time. Since his failed ambush, I've been racking my brains trying to come up with a plan to fight Rerir. Given the severity of the situation, I think it's fair to say that our only chance lies in uniting as one. And I'm talking all the factions in Nodcry. We can't do this without the Curatorium. But I knew it'd be a tough job to win you over. So, I took the liberty of reaching out for a little chat.
Wait a sec. How did you even hear about this place, Neff? Didn't you say this is meant to be the Knights of Favonius' meeting spot? And a contact hub for the North?
You really think he could have gotten settled in Nodcry without my help? Besides, I'm the one running this gig. Of course I know where the meeting place is.
Allow me to introduce the current head of the Northern Intelligence Network. If it's intel you're after, she's your woman. Pretty much seen and heard it all.
Please spare me the flattery. Let's cut to the chase. Seems like you've run in... Well, this certainly qualifies as an unforeseen crisis. On behalf of the Curatorium of Secrets, I wish you all the best of luck.
So you're just going to sit this one out?
Why should I get involved? What could possibly be in it for me?
What if we told you we can't do this without you?
Oh? Then I'd say you'd better make it worth my while. I don't work for...
I can't put a price on something like this. It's just not in my nature. But then again, you and I have always been polar opposites in this regard. If you insist on compensation, I will pay you. Consider this a formal commission. Sound fair?
You just don't give up, do you? Too bad. I know you well enough to know you can't afford my prices. The riskier the job, the more it'll cost. And a Moonchanter's stipend isn't exactly generous. Unless you're planning to start passing the donation box around among the faithful.
Boss, just a thought. If they come up short, maybe you can take the difference out of my next few paychecks. Things got really dangerous during the fight with Rerir. If this girl hadn't saved me, I'd be ley line fodder by now. I'd be gone for good, boss. If there's any way we can make this work, I'd really like to help her. Please, I'm begging you.
This is why I'm always telling you never accept favors. They are the hardest debts to repay. You have to be careful who you get involved with, or you invite all kinds of misfortune. Very well, Yehoda, I will help. But just this once. Don't count on this happening again. Flynn's. That fragment that Rerir was after. Do you still have it on you?
Of course.
Let me borrow it. I need it to follow up on some leads.
Wait, you actually have some lead?
Shh. This is top secret information.
I get it. We all have things we final item. We need to find a way to distract him. We need time to make our move. I'm in for this part, no matter what.
Count me in.
Come off it, you two. Quit playing here. I'm way ahead of you here. Nefa did a scan of the Moon Goddess's Kuvaki signature, and we're gonna use it to make some decoys over at the Kramkake craft shop. Anyone who's in, follow me. Once they're ready, we'll deploy the decoys across Nogcry. So as long as the rest of you keep moving, he won't catch on to your scent and won't be able to track you down.
I like it. Genius idea.
No biggie.
All right then. We'll split into... Once your team has finished their mission, return here and wait for the other.
Lady Damselette. Wait, and you two? What are you doing at the Kuvaki Experimental Design Bureau? We've been doing our best to mind our own business lately. But if you're just gonna waltz up here like this, you're seriously pressing your luck. Don't...
Huh. You really think that's gonna scare us off?
We're not looking for any trouble. I just want to see Zandrone.
Do I need to remind you that you're still a wanted fugitive for deserting us? Out of consideration for our former ties and the crisis we're all up against, we'll let you leave in one piece. But don't even think of—
Let them in.
But...
Are you going to make me repeat that?
No, my lady.
Zandrone seems to be in a good mood. Must be maintenance day.
So tell me, to what do I owe the honor this time? Actually, before you answer that, just so we're clear, we're not colleagues anymore, Columbina. I don't owe you anything.
I promise it's nothing big.
It seems like you've gotten the wrong idea here. The only reason I let you in was because I was bored. It seemed like a way to kill some time and satisfy my own curiosity. Whatever miscalculations I may or may not have made in the past, I haven't lost the plot enough to even consider sticking my neck out for your sakes.
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino.
What?
Huh? You mean the knave?
I'd like to speak with Arlecchino. Is she in Nodcry?
No, she's not. Once the work on this facility was completed, she went back with the Rooster and Regrator. The only ones in Nodcry are me and... What is it you need to speak to her about anyway?
Rerir is hunting me. If I'm going to face him, I must first retrieve the lost moon. Is that a no, then?
As if I need reminding. I was this close to settling things with him before someone decided to whisk me away to their weird little garden.
Have you held any tea parties lately?
Tea parties? Yeah, obviously. You don't seriously think we'd pack it all in just because you aren't here. If anything, they've been more eventful than ever. Just me, Arlecchino, and a bunch of insolent, insensitive guests who won't stop asking where you've gone. Oh, they've been a real joy.
I bet you served them the worst tea you have. Just like you used to do to me when I upset you.
Who cares about how good the tea is when there's no one around to drink it? I keep losing people. First Rosaline, now you. I'm running out of people who can make me laugh. Honestly, what could be more ridiculous than the multi-centenarian goddess, who's only ever had the plain herbal tea she received as offerings?
You'd always brew a different type of tea for me each time. Was it really just to see how I'd react?
Well, duh. Why else? Watching you squirm was practically my only form of entertainment. Oh, yeah. And Capitano sometimes used to bring Tartaglia around, too. But I guess we won't be seeing him again. Well, I guess we are overdue for a get-together. Polonia! Have Fevronia pass a message to Arlecchino for me. It's time for tea. Will suffice.
Pass along a message for me, too, if you would. My body cannot contain the marrow of 2 moons, so I'll be leaving one of them in her care.
Excuse me? Who said you were on the guest list? If my tea meant that much to you, maybe quitting the Fatui wasn't your brightest move. Back when you were under the Tsaritsa's protection, no one would have dared come at you so openly.
But that protection didn't come for free. In fact, I paid dearly for it. At the end of the day, it was just another transaction. I just got tired, that's all. I never wanted any part in their grand ambitions, and I've had enough of being treated like a bottomless supply of power. It brings back Memories from the old days, when I was still worshipped as the moon goddess. Centuries on, it may be a different group of people, but I see the same greed in their eyes.
I figured you'd leave eventually. You didn't have as much of a reason to stay as I do. The Tsaritsa gave you shelter and protection, but that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Meanwhile, the Fatui demanded everything from you in return, until it was more than you could bear. I get why you left. And frankly, I have no interest in dragging you back just because the higher-ups told me to. But if you keep hanging around with this riffraff, the next time we cross paths, we might be enemies for real.
Guess that's our cue to leave?
That might be your plan. But it sounds like someone else wants you to stay a little longer.
Huh? What do you...
Listen.
My lady, it's the Wild Hunt! A horde of monsters is headed straight for the facility!
Another uninvited guest trying to crash my tea party. Clear the area! I'll handle this.
Wait, what? You want us to leave you here by yourself?
You'll be lucky to make it out of this alive. You really think you can afford to worry about me? Go on, get out of here! You may have stopped Polonia from crushing him last time, but I've made sure that won't happen again. The entire Experimental Design Bureau is rigged for war. Stay and watch if you want, but it'll be at your own risk. You're not— Don't tell me what to do! Look, if you're leaving, make it quick, or you'll just get in my way. There's a secret passage on the second floor. It'll take you right to the plains out back. Stare all you want, Columbina. You're not getting another invitation to—
I know. But thank you anyway, Zandrone.
This is exactly why you shouldn't hang around with those people. All their melodrama and sentimental nonsense is Come on then, Mr. Ray here. Let's pick up where we left off. It's your Wild Hunt monstrosities versus my beautiful creations.
Bosco 1, lock on to target.
down. Don't let them get near. Polonia, get him!
I've upgraded Polonia again since our last encounter, and uploaded every last scrap of your data. So let's finish this, once and for...
She's not here. Where did she go?
Hey! Over here, you big...
Curse it. Moon, go. Keep searching. She cannot have gotten far.
So this is your method for investigating Rarir's past? It almost looks like some kind of ceremony.
Good deduction. But it's quite a different affair from what you're used to with the Frostmoon Scions.
Whoa! First time I've ever been in here. Boss always said it was off limits, so I pictured some kind of creepy dungeon. Oh, I guess this must be Sumero decor? That's where Boss is from. And that nice shopkeeper who sold me my treasure compass.
I'm not sure exactly what you've got planned, but it looks like you're all set.
Whenever we wish. But for some reason, I've got a feeling this isn't going to end well. I've never faced Rarir myself, but from what you've told me, his power is beyond anything I could imagine. I, on the other hand, am just an ordinary businesswoman. Our paths should never have crossed, yet here I am, forced to make an enemy of him.
If you ask me, you're about as far from ordinary as it gets. So what are you saying? You're getting cold feet?
Once I take a job, there's no backing out. And also how to make sure I come out of this alive if things spiral out of control. Death is the one thing we can take for granted. It is the great equalizer, however fortunate.
Come on, boss. Lighten up. Quit talking about death. It's bad luck.
For once, I agree with you. When you're up against a foe like Rerir, there's no such thing as being too prepared. Is there anything I can do to help?
That won't be necessary. I've already made up my mind.
Eh?
That shady merchant who sold you an overpriced treasure compass the other day.
Come on, boss. You're pulling my leg again. In what way is she shady? She showed up when I was completely lost and sold me a neat little gadget that was exactly what I needed. Anyway, I know who you're talking about. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. I genuinely can't run any further.
Hey, aren't you?
What is it? What's the big rush? You dragged me out of a dream where I was literally swimming in Mora. I'm charging double my usual attendance fee. See, look how easygoing she is. After that rude awakening, she could have completely snapped at us. But instead, she kept it together and just asked for an extra fee.
Dori Sangama Bay? I never would have pictured you two doing business together.
If you want to make it big in Nodcry, it's all about connections. Lady Nefer just so happens to have a lot of intel that interests me. And she also did me a big favor in the past. It was back when I first arrived in Nodcry. My trusty assistant, the genie in my lamp, had an adverse reaction to the Kuvaki and fainted. And wouldn't you know it, that's when I suddenly find myself in a life-or-death situation. I've been giving her a 30% discount off all of my goods ever since. Now, so that no one here feels left out, I'm willing to extend a 20% discount to fellow friends of Boss Nefer. Plus, any other friends you send my way will enjoy 10% off. What can I say? The great Lord Sangama Bay is nothing if not generous. So, let me guess, you've run into some trouble? I've got everything you could possibly need, and the more you buy, the more you'll save.
You guessed correctly. What have you got in the way of survival gear?
The one type of gear I've never been short on. What are you looking for? A jetpack fresh from the Academia's labs? An ancient suit of armor dredged up from the bottom of the sea? At the very least, I need to know what kind of opponent you're dealing with here. If even you're worried about staying alive, it must be pretty serious.
What if I told you it's someone with the power to bring a nation to its knees?
Is that so? Then we really are talking top-shelf treasures. I don't have anything like that in stock right now.
Your supplier?
A powerful woman, make no mistake. I can't reveal her identity, but luckily for you, I hear she's planning to visit Nodcry in the near future. If you're willing to wait, I can ask her when she's here. Can't say exactly how long.
Then let me put it another way. What would you do if you encountered an enemy like that? Roll over and serve yourself up on a silver platter?
Of course not! I have a handy little trinket from one of my generous suppliers, which... Hold on. What exactly are you getting at? No, this is for my personal use only!
Let's just say I'm borrowing it, all right? Just for insurance purposes. Favors are the worst kind of debt to owe, and now...
Fine. You can borrow it for 5 days. No, make that 3. And for every extra hour after that, I'm charging you 1,000,000 more. Deal?
Deal.
What a way to start the day. Now, was there anything else you wanted? Or can I go back to bed now?
That will be all. Take care now. Don't
See you later! You're my favorite shopkeeper.
Excellent. Everything is well and truly ready. The ceremony. After initiating the ceremony, your minds will follow me wherever I go. You will see. So remember, don't be frightened. Now then, let us peer into the Raker of Solnari's past. I made it. I don't recognize this style of architecture. Must be Conrian. Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Solnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria. Unlikely. It was said to be a very... Anyway.
Hi, Reverie. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's... P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum. I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you...
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Felindis was tied up with something and couldn't make it. Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things. If you ask me, someone who asks that many personal questions is too nosy for their own good. But if he invites me again, chances are I'd still go.
Felindis. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately. Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. Seriously, I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the kind of thing I like to eat.
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't get much sunlight? That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options when it comes to dining.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Making a big purchase. He really is a professional. No wonder, despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained certain habits. Did Rary rip it out himself?
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was nothing more than the burial place of a fallen moon. A withered, windless grove where the waters rested forever unrippled. It was you who helped me see that my heart hadn't entirely withered away.
This is just trivial sentimentality from the looks of it. The burial place of a...
Reverie, over here.
Dane! Oh, and, Vediflin here? What a surprise to see you here, sir.
Hello there, Reverie. You need not address me so formally outside of court. He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every now. So, what are we discussing today? Hey, come on, don't give us that.
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even greater gossip?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place. To be honest, I have no idea how she'll take it.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist. For all you know, she could be thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she thinks you're doing now. A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself even know?
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me.
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Ved? It's nothing.
Vediflin, Dainsleif's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary, and said to possess a wisdom far beyond the reach of any ordinary man. And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King's blades? Why did he react so strongly? Was it really to do with what we were talking about?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rerir looked like back in the day. Perfectly normal. No different from anyone else. As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling about seeing the human he used to be.
Felindis? You're back early?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been? Aw, why the long face?
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
Vediflin showed up today, too. You know, Dainsleif's older brother.
Ah, Mr. Vediflin. Yes, I've heard of him. They say that everything he says ends up coming true.
He overheard Dainsleif mention that I'd recently proposed and seemed to have an issue with it. But when I asked what it was, he kept it to him.
So, you're worried? You can be such a child sometimes, Reverie. We're nobodies. Why would the Visionary be concerned about us? I'm sure someone in his position has much bigger fish to fry.
Maybe you're right.
You worry too much, Reverie. We've been together for ages now, and everything's been going so well, has it not? You've even proposed to me.
So, you do remember. Tell me then. What's your answer?
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this. We may be nobodies in the grand scheme of things, but if we want things to work out, we've still got to plan ahead.
All right. Take your time. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Nobodies. Sounds about right. In the eyes of people like Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, what do we matter? Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, the dynasty's fate rests with the king and his inner circle. Whatever I do, it won't make much difference. Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the king is lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more intense. The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. And I'm under no illusions as to why. Because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies. A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never even... What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Can he... Thelindis? It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon nobodies like us. But there's no reason we can't keep living happily together, cherishing the simple joys of each day as they come.
See? You just need to stay positive, Revere. I can feel your warmth, your breath. You're right there, right by my side. Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain, and that's something that no one could ever take away from me. So smile, my love. Let go of that frown.
You're right, Thelindis. I've just been overthinking things.
That's better. Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening. Speaking of which, all set for the ball tonight? I need to go get ready.
You go ahead. I just have a few things.
Even busier than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started. But don't be late. If you keep me waiting too long, I won't be a happy bunny.
Relax. I'll be there. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna leave my proposal hanging and still expect me to take you to the ball?
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance partner. Besides, they're two completely different things. Let's take it one thing at a time.
All right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services by giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member of the Venster King's Guard. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly surprising. People in the intelligence trade rarely do. Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work? Let's dig a little deeper.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Rehir of Solnari. In total, we apprehended 32 dregs of the Crimson Moon, and 67 accomplices.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger on.
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the all-seeing Venster King, now guides our nation on the path to prosperity. Conria has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse to see the truth, choosing instead...
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance, and that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored. Many of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens,
That's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to. You still haven't told her what you really do for a living.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners? That your hands are steeped in blood?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did. Orphans like us don't get a say.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the Crimson Moon. Someone, it seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular. I have a feeling that we may soon become targets of the Crimson Moon's retribution.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are no helpless lambs we're leading to the slaughter. Take care, Rey Hero of Solnari. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding.
Thanks, Thorkel. You look... Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to. But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. There are things you shouldn't know. Things you cannot. The moonlit dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining high in the sky, there are those who would call forth a dead moon's ghost. Could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because of some court secret he's not at liberty to share? I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter...
Rerir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't seem to be any other memories. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second. What's this black smoke?
So, he's late after all. Just you wait, Rerir. You're in for it. Big time.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt you into buying some flowers?
Oh, sure. Pick me out a pretty bunch if you would.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of them are as pretty as you.
For someone so young, you sure have a way with words, don't you?
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. You'll see I'm not lying.
May
we have a word in private?
Who are you? And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am. Too many of our kind have fallen lately, so I decided to take the risk of reaching out. Not long ago, the Rey here of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost their lives as well.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this. And I don't want to get involved.
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rerir, and he claims to be one of the King's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner. But surely, you must have caught a whiff of the blood on his hands.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because...
How strange. Rerir was nowhere to be seen in that memory. It clearly belonged to Thelindis. Rerir couldn't possibly know what happened if he wasn't even there. Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer. I think it...
So that was your doing? Did you just pull us inside Rurir's fragment to spy directly on his
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
I had no idea you could do that, boss! I gotta admit, though, I'm itching to see what happens next. Feels like we barely scratched the surface.
I'm just as curious as you are, but the ceremony only allows for limited time inside. That's all we can see for now. Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. Especially the group with the Traveler. Their mission is a risky one.
If you're worried about them, go see how they're doing.
If I know boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details.
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. These things just won't quit. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the area, our way out is completely blocked. Oh, that's never gonna work. If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rip. Oh, guess.
ドローネの言う通りだ。君も随分と弱ってしまったようだ。昔の君ならこんな虫けらに道を塞がれることなどなかっただろう。女皇陛下のためにあることをしたせいで力をほとんど失ったと聞いたが、自由の代償は重かった。そうだよ。
お前アルレッキーノ来てくれたんだな。
久しいなコロンビーナ。それからハウス・オブ・ハースの大切なお客人。
久しぶりアルレッキーノ。 月の狩人め、あなたのデータは手に入れたわ。次に会うときはこうはいかないわよ。あいつここまでやるなんて。
何か手伝いましょうか？
邪魔しないで。忙しいのがわからないの？その声は。
サンドローネさん、こんにちは。お父様からここへ来るように言われて。
あいつもなかなか気が利くじゃない。フレミネだっけ？こっちに来て修理を手伝って。リネは好きにして。でも私の機械に触らせないように妹をちゃんと見張ってなさい。猫女が触った機械は十中八九故障するんだから、二人で掃除でもしててよ。ボン。
リネット、下の階を片付けよう。フレミネ、ここは任せたよ。
任せて。
待って。棚の中にまだお茶があるはずだから、好きなものを入れなさい。
死の底へ。星月死の底へ。
しっかり立ってな。月光のように。
ほら、暗闇は怖いですか？目を閉した星塚に。暗闇は怖いですか？はっ、いや、無意味です。
みんな無事に戻ってこられてよかった。
あれ、人が減った気がするぞ。フリンズたちは？ネフェルもいない？
俺が一足先に来たんだ。フリンズはアイノやイネハと一緒に踊りの機械を設置して。
姉さんは今後片付けに忙しいから、集めた情報を持って先に
なるほど、この人がお前たちの連れてきた助っ人か？
はじめまして。コロンビーナとはお茶会仲間で、今回は招かれてお手伝いに来た。アルレッキーノと呼んでくれ。
あれはこの瞳、どこかで見たことがある気がする。
アルレッキーノか。ファトス大要員もそんな名前だったな。偶然ってわけじゃなさそうだ。
ほう、大団長様は見識が広い。モンド出身で灘くらいに住んでいるというのに、スネージナヤの動向についても意識なさっているとは。
そりゃお互い様だな。あんたの方も俺に詳しそうだ。
現ファトゥス。
急に雰囲気が重くなった。相手はファデュイの執行官だからな。非常。
少し気になるんだが、月神の嬢ちゃんはもうファデュイを離れたんだろ？どうして危険を冒してまで手伝おうとしてくれる？
などくらいはモンドに属していない。それなのにファルカさんもこの土地のために戦っているだろう。報酬よりも制御不能になるリスクを避けることを優先すべき場合もある。そこに確固たる理由は必要ない。もちろんメリットが全くないというわけではない。だがそれは私とコロンビーナの間の個人的なことだ。
申し訳ない。そなたを疑うのは本意ではないのだ。ただここにはここの暮らしがある。しかしファデュイたちはこの地に来てからずっと
過去に両者の間に多くの不愉快な摩擦が存在していたことは十分に理解している。私も懸命に食い止めてはゆえに今回の行動は私の個人的な判断であってファデュイとは関係ない。誠意を示して早速一つ明かそう。私はコロンビーナの力を回復するために光月の月髄を見つける方法を知っている。他の議題はあるか？始めてくれ。
誠意を示すって言いながら肝心な内容は言わなかったな。しれっと話題を次の議題に移されたから突っ込みづらくなったし。でも今は信じるしかない。執行官第4位。手強そうな雰囲気だな。
そこまで言うなら、月髄を見つける方法については、
みんな、聞いてくれ。まず、月の狩人の正体は、カーン・ルイヤの諜報員だってことが分かった。当時、奴は赤月の残党を排除することを生りにしてた。
赤月の残党？
ああ、記憶の中で赤月とか黒日とかについて話してた。カーン・ルイヤの歴史に関することだと思う。
私の知る限り、赤月と黒日はどっちもカーン・ルイヤの王朝の名前だよ。はるか昔、カーン・ルイヤ人は赤月を信仰して月の投影から不思議な力を得てたって聞いたことがある。でもクーデターで赤月は黒日にとって変わられた。新しい王朝の統治が始まって黒日がカーン・ルイヤの象徴になった。赤月王朝が滅亡してから長い年月が経った後も、黒日王朝の最後の君主、国王は、赤月の秘密を狙って、月の狩人に、密かに赤月の残党を捕らえるよう命じていたのだ。その時の月の狩人はまだ狂気に陥っていなかった。至って普通の青年で、ソリンディスという名の恋人がいた。どうした？
ベゼルフェルニルレインドットソリンディスソリンディ
ス。他に手がかりは、その恋人がどういう人間だったかとか。
彼女は神秘院の研究員だったみたいだ。でも他にも何かあるって感じがした。
それから月の狩人の破片にはなぜかソリンディスの記憶が混ざっておった。わずかではあった
が。そうか。結構情報が集まったな。とにかくソリンディスがまだ生きていた頃の月の狩人は正気を保っていた。そういうことだな。それならソリンディスこそが奴の執念の元と考えるのが自然だろう。彼女はカーン・ルイヤ人か。純血か混血かどっちな。
なんでそんなこと気にするんだ？待てよ。もし純血のカーン・ルイヤ人と確かに隊長みたいにな。
恋人を見つけられたら月の狩人を元に戻せるかもしれないのか？可能性はあるが、希望を奇跡に託すわけにはいかぬ。ネフェルの知り合いだというあの商人、彼女に調査を
それなら引き続き別れて旅人パイモン、コロンビーナ、そして他のやつらは。
ここに来るまでの間、クータルを追うワイルドハントがさらに凶暴になっていることに気づいた。このままではここで生活している一般人までもが影響を受けてしまう。一部の信徒を連れて殲滅を始めようと思う。
あたいは碑文の館に戻って姉さんと合流するよ。
みんなそれぞれ役目があるってのはいいことだ。ワイルドハントも活発になってきているし、ライトキーパーも動き始めるだろう。ここのことをフリンズに伝える人間が必要だ。俺はしばらくここに残る。フリンズ、アイノとイネファが戻ってきたら、次の計画について話し合っておく。
わかったぞ。
時間がないようだから、急ごう。
こちらもすぐに作戦を始めて、なるべく時間を稼ぐ。
そう気負わなくていい。思いっきりやってくれればそれで十分だ。それじゃみんな。
戻りました。早かったですか？それとも
ちと遅かったな。みんなすでに次の行動を始めてる。月神の嬢ちゃんは新しい助っ人を連れてきたし、そっちは順調だったか？
まずかな。どれくらい持ちこたえられるかはわからない。おとりが後でもう一回制作に取り掛かるけど、一旦休ませて。疲れた。そうだ、イネファ。さっきフリンズと話したことをはるかおじさんにも伝えておいてくれる？
かしこまりました。ファルカさんはアームスバルトニル湖でワイルドハントの源を調べたところ、おとりだったとおっしゃっていましたね。しかし以前フリンズさんが提供してくれた情報によると、ファルカさんがアームスバルトニル湖に行く前からすでにワイルドハントは灘くらいで何度も発生していました。当時月の狩人はまだ完全復活しておらず、力も限られていました。理論上、彼が2つの場所で同時に犯行を行う手段はなかったはずです。
フリンズ、ライトキーパーはこの地でずっとワイルドハントに対抗してきた。お前の助けが必要だ。アイノ、お前ならただの踊りじゃない。もっとすごい機械も作れるはずだ。だがその前に、ここでしっかりと俺とイネファはアームスバルトニル湖に行って、他に手がかりがないか見てくる。
やったー！ファルカおじさんならそう言ってくれるって思ってたんだ。約束通り 来週は愛のが甘いものをどれだけ食べても口だ。
情報を更新。愛のの予測的中率を引き上げました。
どういう意味だい？
お二人はあなたが情報を聞いた後にどういう判断をするか。
誰でも同じ判断をするだろう。賭けになってないと思うぞ。
アームス・バルトニルコの調査はイネファに任せてください。あなたには引き続きここに残っていただきます。作戦会議の場所には全体を指揮できる人が待機しておく必要があります。
それどうやら一番楽な仕事を譲ってもらっちまったみたいだな。あり
いい場所だ。総会をつなぐ扉にふさわしい。
アルレッキーノ、オイラたちを連れてきたってことは何かいい考えでもあるのか？オイラたちは何もわからないままなんだぞ。コロンビーナでさえ後月の月髄の行方がわからないのに。
簡単な話だ。私が赤月の王族の血筋であり、総会の炎の生き残りだからだ。
本当か？それってさっき言ってたあのカーン・ルイヤの赤月王朝のことか？
驚くのも無理はない。私も初めて知った時は驚いた。だが落ち着いて考えた後、すぐに受け入れることができた。いろいろ合点がいったからな。幼い頃から特殊な炎を操れることには気づいていた。それは血液のように私の体内を流れ、私の神経をじくじくと燃やした。激しく感情が動いた時、血縁の力を使いすぎた時、炎の中から何かが体を侵食してくるのが分かった。この両手もその何かのせいだ。最初は呪いだと思っていたが、執行官になってから道家が私の出自について教えてくれた。そしてここ数年の調査を経て、私はようやくいくつかの事実に気づいた。その一つが、赤月というのは光月が砕けた後、女神が自らの生命を維持するためにアビスと結合した産物であるということだ。私が使う血縁は赤月から得た力だ。光月の権能を持ち、アビスの影響を受けている。アビス、知っての通りの存在だ。私はアビスの力を利用するが、アビスも私の魂を狙っている。指先から腕を侵食するこの闇は、
侵食が心臓まで届いた時、君は別の存在になってしまう。そう、いつか。
その通り。だから私はなるべく力を温存している。これは私とこいつの長きにわたる闘争なのだ。
アルレッキーノ。
詳しい話はまた次の機会にとっておこう。赤月と光月について他に聞きたいことはあるか？
カーン・ルイヤ人が信仰してた赤月は3つの月のうちの1つ、光月が元ってことか？月を信仰してたなんて、その頃のカーン・ルイヤ人って今の蒼月の子みたいだな。
歴史の多くは 塵と共に埋もれた。私たちも詳細を知ることはできない。だが、私はカーン・ルイヤ人がそれほど月を信仰していたとは思えない。光月の亡骸は、アビスとつながるための媒体に過ぎなかったのだろう。その後、誰かがアビスに直接触れる方法を発見したのか、はたまた理念の食い違いが生じたのか。一部の者がクーデターを起こし、赤月の王族の血筋を追放した。しかし、たとえ黒き太陽が空高く昇ろうとも、赤き月の光が本当の意味で消えることはない。
初めて会った時から懐かしい。ずっとその姿の向こうにあの不思議な赤い月を感じてた。アルレッキーノの炎には
秘密を守ってくれたこと、感謝する。赤月についてはまだ謎が多い。研究の名目で近づいてくる者もいるだろう。さて、他の疑問に答えている余裕はもうない。サンドローネから受け取った手紙を改めて確認した。君は光月の月髄を受け入れられないから、しばらく私に預けたいと思った。
私から君に渡せる最高光月はもともと君の出自に深く関わってる。それに月髄を君に預けておけば
取引成立だな。では
始めようって、ここでか？
私が執行官になった時、道家がペリンヘリ、別名恋に落ちたレオ・ブラントという本をくれた。今でもフォンテーヌで普通に買える本だ。赤月王朝時代の恋愛物語だが、愛憎劇はさておき、面白いことが書かれている。赤月の時代、教養院は世界の外から子供を受け入れ、特殊な入院の儀式を行っていたというものだ。
世界の外から来た子供？
そうだ。赤月の賢者は神を超える存在を世界の外から見つけようとしていた。しかし同時に彼らは集めてきた子供を暖炉の煙突に登らせ、死んだか見たかと尋ねた。その問いかけは子供が自分の死を認め、儀式を通過した子供を大人たちは抱きしめ、こう言って慰めた。本には詳しい記述がないから推測に過ぎないがね。集めた子供たち、
だからこの世界で赤月の月髄を感じられなかったんだ。特殊な空間に封印されていて。
でもここには暖炉も煙突もない。
いや、煙突は形式的なものに過ぎない。重要なのは爽快の炎を通ることだ。この炎に焼かれた者はこの世に幽霊のような残影を残す。カーン・ルイヤの人々はとにかくこの力があれば、君たちの私はここでその通路を開けておく必要があるから同行できない。そこから先は君たちだけで進んでくれ。よし、では開けよう。
旅人、もう少ありがとう。力をちょっぴり。
古の七色の主にした現代の偉大なる母、紅の衣をまとう爽快の支配者よ。炎をもって立ち、炎をもって今この身を捧げ、主の降臨を恋願い立てまつる。
すごい迫力だな。
一つだけ忠告をしておこう。扉をくぐる際、何を聞かれても答えてはいけない。
わかったぞ。
嫌な感じのする黒い雲とよく知った月、まるで生まれ変わった友達に会いに行くみたい。
大事件というのは往々にして
これってアビスの気配か。空間全体を埋め尽くして、
なんて悲惨な光景。ボロボロになった遺骸がアビスに空高く吊るされてる。まるで防腐処理を施されてるみたい。
不気味だな。旅人、おいらはお前のそういえば風月はもう砕けたってコロンビーナは言ってたよな。でも空の月は欠けてるようには見えないぞ。一体どういうことだ？
じゃあ行くよ。
やっ
やっぱり完全なのは表から見た時だけみたい。さあ働きなさい。手加減なしよ。なるほどな。そんな高いところにあるのか？オイラたちじゃ登れないぞ。この気配は空からじゃない。むしろ崖の下からだと思う。どれどれ。うわ！水面、あそこ何かの装置がある。見た感じカーンルイヤの装置みたいだな。昔の人が赤月の空間の研究で残してったのか？発動できたら何か手がかりになるかもな。あれ？おい！この装置を動かすと水面に映るか。もしかして装置が鍵なのか？
ソリンです。あとは任せて大丈夫かい？僕たちは先に帰らせ。
大丈夫ですか？彼もうからかわないでったら。
ソリンディス？それって月の狩人の恋人の名前だよな。確かに。
アビスの影響でここの方から彼女のこと
死せる彼女の美しき瞳に流る嘆きの雫。今日も泣くのか残月よ。弱き御霊を嘆くのか。私みたいな人間が謎に包まれた赤月の空間の研究チームに配属。
剣道
さあ働き。この装置はアビスに壊されてるみたいだ。なんとかして直さないとな。この辺に他の装置がないか探してみようぜ。
燃えろ！
縮みもよ。
百発。ザッはっとせいザッはっ
月髄、つまり3つの月の力がを開ける鍵だったのね。が本当に存在するなら、この狂気に満ちた茶番も終わらせることができる。
急いで岩の後ろに隠れよう。
アビス抑制装置設置完了。レリル、あなたは自分の願いから遠ざかってる。でもそれはあなたのせいじゃない。もしあの違法、
なあ見ろよ、月の影が元に戻ったぞ。血髄の隠されている部屋に入れるって言ってたよな。
そうだと思う。弱々しい魂の気配が。
よし行こう。怖いぞ。高月の血髄に近づくにはまずはこいつらをどうにかしないとな。あれが高月の血髄みたいだな。でも手に入れるにはまずこいつらを壊さないといけないんじゃないか。
全力攻撃。
シトラリー、ピーチパパ、買おうよ。
響け、格のね。
貫こう。凡庸だね。却下する。
口封じは任せたからね。手加減なしよ。
月のように永遠な貫こう。
これが高月の月髄。炎のように燃え続けてこの中のアビスの力を浄化すれば、
寒い。 なの？来て。やっと会えた。運命、ごめんなさい。あの時嘘をついて。月が砕けた時、私の体はバラバラになった。まるで切れ味の悪い無数の刃に切り裂かれ。あの時あなたはどんな気持ちで私たちの元を訪れたのかな。あなたみたいな勇気、何を言ってるかわからないって顔をしてるね。全てには意味があると信じ続けて。さようなら、ハイポ。どういうことだ？これが友達に話しかけてるみたいな口調だったけど。
もしかしたら私のことを自分の知る蒼月の神だと勘違いしたのかも。私たちは似たような気配を持ってるから。
何はともあれ、無事に光月の月髄を手に入れたし、これで力を回復できるよな。戻ってアルレッキーノと合流しようぜ。変だな、前と様子が違うぞ。
死せる彼女の美しき。
急げ、ここが崩れるぞ。
ここに閉じ込めるつもりみたい。
誰だ、アリスか？
光月の月髄を回収した今、漆黒の意志はそう簡単に返してくれないはず。
返して、赤月の私の血髄、私の心を。やっと。おい、手首が塞がれてるぞ。また来たぞ。どうしよう。
落ちるがいい。ここより登る。
これって
さあ早く。
お前が助けてくれたのか？おい、お前、手が。
ああ、これか。気にすることはない。ただの代償だ。君たちを中に閉じ込めようとしているのに、それに反して君たちを連れ出したのだから、アビスが起こるのも当然だ。取り戻せるものを代償とは言わない。私の腕はすでにアビスと融合している。浄化すると同時に消滅して。
そんな、ごめん。アルレッキーノ、オイラたちのために。
君たちに借りを作るためという魂胆がないとは言い切れないが、こうした。
もちろんアルレッキーノ、光月の月髄を預けるね。これから爽快の炎はより盛んに燃え上がると思う。
ああ、手を伸ばしてくれ、コロンビーナ。私からの月光を受け取るがいい。力が強くなったか。
丈夫。でも、異なる力同士が反発し合ってるみたい。
蒼月の剣能だけで3つの月の力を操るのはやはり難しいのだろう。だが君の力は少し回復したようだ。少なくとも第3位の水準には戻った。
まだ足りない。これじゃ月の狩人に対抗できない。もう一回月の光を分けて。大丈夫。
今はどうだ？
少なくとも私はあの人が謎くらいに存在し続けてほしくない。
目標があるのはいいことだ。過去の君よりも今の初めて会った時、君は月光というよりはどこからか漂ってきた霧のようだった。曖昧で風に吹かれたら消えてしまいそうな。しかし今君の体にはより多くの命の色が輝いている。蒼月はかつて最も明るかった月だ。君が永遠に自分の光を失うことのないように願おう。
ありがとう。君も気をつけてね。君にも君の計画があって、そのために力を求め続けてることは知ってるよ。でも、何があっても、アビスには飲み込まれないで。アルレッキーノが月の狩人みたいになるなんて嫌だよ。
ありがとう、コロンビーナ。君には新しい名前が必要かもしれないね。
新しい名前か？
クータル、月の少女、コロンビーナ。すべてただのコードネームだ。肩書きではあっても名前ではない。ハウス・オブ・ハースでもよくコードネームを使う。しかし人は本名で自我を定義する必要があるものだ。昔の君は名前なんて月の狩人を倒したら真剣に検討。私から言いたいことは以上だ。安全のため君たちを送り届けよう。
お前って本当にいいやつだな。
私も君たちのような義理がたい人は好きだよ。行こう。
危なかったけど、なんとか光月の血髄を見つけてコロンビーナの力を回復させられたな。今んとこ順調だぜ。大丈夫かな。あ、見ろ、フリンズ、ラウマ。
ああ、問題ない。ただ、ネフェルト。
帰り道でイネファさんとアイノさんにお会い。
どことなく表情が明るく見えるな。
ええ、与えられた任務を終えただけでなく、良い出会い。戦いは退屈なものでしたが、この勇敢なお二人と知り合えたのです。
久しぶりだね。元気だったかい？
アルベド、どうしてここに？
ああ、簡単に当てられてしまったね。
ワイルドハントと戦っている時に偶然こちらのお二人に助けていただいたのです。優れた人というのは不思議と同じ時に現れるものです。
こちらのお二人、アルベドだけじゃないのか？
ほら、みんな。
こちらの物静かな紳士もご友人なのでは？
はじめまして。いや、久しぶりかな。
お前、チビドリンか？
そうだよ。会えてよかった。
本人によると、もうチビはつけなくてもいいみたいだよ。
もう小さい子供じゃないからね。
面白いと思わないかい？人間社会への第一歩が自分の名前と見た目が合っているか気にす。
今のお前いい感じだな。元気そうでよかったぞ。
パイモン、ありがとう。改めてよろしくね。
おう。じゃあ解明ついでにオイラのことは偉大なるガイドのパイモン様って呼んでくれ。
私も元のままの方が愛らしいと思う。愛らしいものにしか愛らしい呼び名は与えられない。
ラウマさんの言う通り、弟はまだまだ人とのつながりというものを。
そういえばクータル、コロンビーナさんは皆と一緒ではないのか？
コロンビーナなら昔の友達とおしゃべりしてるぞ。お茶でも飲んでるのかもな。
私の話あまり悪く言わないでね。
皆さんの表情から察するに、そちらの任務も
随分と大所帯になったな。
大丈夫だよ。もし足りなくなったら。
お気遣い痛み入る。だが私はこちらの友人たちをサンドローネと話したいことがあってね。後ほどまた。
助力に感謝する。
真の友人であれば互いに礼儀にこだわる必要は。
随分と賑やかだな。一人行っちまったようだが。
もしかして本当に椅子が
入ってみればわかるさ。入り口で話してたことは聞かせてもらった。コロンビーナの同僚が帰ったんだろ？今ここにいるのは。で、こちらは誰の同僚なんだ？
この中で俺を知っているのは旅人とパイモンだけだ。
紹介するぜ。こいつは偉大なるガイドのパイモンとテイワット最強の冒険者の同僚。
自ら名乗らず人に紹介を任せるとはさぞ高貴なお方。
何か言いたげな顔をして
先に名前を言われてしまった。
ダインがオイラたちを探しに来たってことは何か大事な用があるんだよな。
もしワイルドハントが俺たちの共通の敵だと言ったら、これから始まる会議に席を用意してもらえるか。
ほう、同じ敵がお前をここまで導いたってことか。もちろん大歓迎だ。だがそうなると椅子が足りないな。アルベド、用意してくれるか？
久しぶりに会うのに最初の命令が椅子作りだなんて懐かしい。
アルベド、本当に懐かしく思ってる。
お前のお兄ちゃんだろ？そういう。
僕まだ言葉を勉強中だから、アルベドの言い回しを完璧に理解するのは。
そっか、大丈夫だぞ。
ネフェルの方はまだ。
様子を見に行った方がいいかもしれませんね。
私は非分の館から戻ってきたばかりなの。
ネフェルさんは情報収集に長けている反面、何やら秘密を隠しているように思えます。そんな彼女の秘密に踏み込むなど。
ならば 私であれば。
英月氏のあなたは僕よりも親しみやすい。
そうか。
あれで本当に行くとはな。文句を言う素振りすら。
知恵というものは他人に仕事を任せる時にこそ真価を発揮するものです。
あるいはそもそも
どうやら会議を始めるにはまだ早そうだな。みんな少し休んでてくれ。しばらく自由時間にしよう。急が。
共に少し水辺を歩こう。
何をすればいい？
仰せのままに。
Truth be told, I can't remember the last time I was in a meeting with
You're not alone there, my friend. The Lightkeepers also struggle to bring everyone together.
I don't...
Itlua is a good...
Come on.
Sorry. I'm not even gonna bob...
Let's just keep this between ourselves. Probably best if Itlua doesn't know.
That goes without saying. Gotta be careful what you
Anyone else in the know?
It's dangerous.
Then, in the name of the...
When we went for drinks, you said that you and Barbados were practically best buds. In the light of that claim, do you really expect me to take your oath seriously?
Of course. Just as long as you don't go spreading around the fact that I'm close with Barbados, or...
Fair enough, then. Nothing.
Is there something you'd like to...
Yeah! For starters, why'd you just show up here? You do have a point. Oh yeah! You'll need to find somewhere to stay the night too, right? Wanna tag along with us?
Sure.
Great! And in return...
If that's what you had in...
Oh, I'll give... Anyway...
Indeed.
You're both awfully quiet. Why don't I start us off with an
Much obliged.
Have either of you ever had your portrait painted? If not,
That sounds like a lovely idea.
I dabble occasionally.
He's an excellent painter. Tables...
I'm flattered.
If I ever get the chance.
I'll bear that in mind.
Oh, whatever style feels...
Very well.
You can replicate.
I can try.
Thank you.
Ah, Miss Nefer. You made it after all. But what about Yehoda?
I'm here to give you an update on how things are going on our end. Once this is over, I'll be heading straight back to continue my work. I left Yehoda back at the Curatorium.
So much for just this.
Shh! Not so loud! We're on a roll here.
Did you...
Dog. They get so noisy around here at nighttime. It's like they're putting on a concert in the...
Anyway, before we begin, there's a few introductions to make. First up, we have Miss Lauma. As Moon Chanter, she's the leader of the Frost Moon Scions, a local religious community in Nodcry. Then there's Miss Nefer, boss of the Nefer is leading the investigation into Rerer's background, assisted by Yehoda and Lauma. From the little I've heard, over here we have Mr. Flintz, a ratnik and guardian of the abandoned lighthouse. In our last operation, he courageously distracted the wild. For those of you who've never met, this is Mr. Albedo, a renowned alchemist and captain of the Knights of Favonius investigation team. By his side is a new face for us all, myself included, Mr. Durin, who has come to lend his aid. Next up, we have the Moon Maiden and former Fatui Harbinger, Miss Columbina. Then we have the Traveler, who's earned more titles than I could possibly hope to list out, so I'll spare you the rundown. And Paimon, the ultimate travel companion and quite possibly the best guide in all of Teyvat.
Wow! That's a lot of people.
Miss Nefer, it looks like you might have another job coming your way, so,
You think I haven't got enough on my hands as it is?
That would be me, Miss Nefer. I have a commission for you.
And you are?
Who I am doesn't matter right now. What does matter is that I'd like you to gather more intelligence about the Recher of Solnari.
Well, it's not as if we never take on anonymous commissions. But in your case, I'll have to decline. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say your job's probably more hassle than it's worth.
It's my eyes, isn't it?
Conrian, I assume. And what's with the mask? Are you trying to hide your identity? In any case, the fact that you're even still alive raises an awful lot of questions for me.
My name is Dainsleif. And yes, I am from Rerir. He was once an acquaintance of mine.
Really? Then you must have been quite an influential figure yourself.
You flatter me, but none of that matters anymore. My point was simply to clarify why I have asked Miss Nefer to investigate Rerir's background.
So you're both from Conria, and it sounds like you used to be friends? What am I missing here? Surely you already know how he became one of the 5 sinners.
I'll tell you everything I know. The history of Conria, the names and identities of the 5 sinners. I remember it all like it was yesterday. I have never spoken openly of this before. But the truth was exactly as people say. The 5 sinners were each driven by their own desires, and it was by playing upon these that the Abyss tempted them to their fall, tearing Conria apart in the process. The visionary, Vedafenir, who wished to foretell the future. The wise, Haroptatir, who sought limitless knowledge. Gold, Rhindaughter, who desired to create life. The foul, Sertologi, who pursued supreme strength. And last, but not least, Recher of Solnari, Rerir, Ravager of the Moon. Of the 5, Rerir is the only one who remains a mystery to me. He never harbored grand ambitions, so what changed in the space of a single night?
In other words, you're saying that his change came as a shock to you, and you have no idea what actually happened?
That's right.
You mentioned how the Abyss tempted them, which led to their fall. But what did that look like in practice? And what other context can you give me about the events of that time?
Strangely, now that it comes to it, I heard the fateful night took place during the era of the Eclipse Dynasty. One day, my elder brother, the visionary, Vedafenir, was summoned to the palace by the Vinster King, only for the king to gouge out his eyes and cast him into the dungeons. When I came to hear of this, my fury knew no bounds. I gathered together every ally I thought I had, and together, we set a night to storm the palace and free Ved. Centuries on, the memories of that night still haunt me like a never-ending nightmare. We broke through but then I was betrayed. Even Vedafenir, the very person I had come to rescue, abandoned me. and partook of the abyss's power.
So, it's personal after all. Then tell me, Mr. Dainsleif, what price are you willing to pay? You of all people.
I cannot say what price would be worthy of such a commission. But know this. Rerir was not always a madman. Believe it or not, there was a time when he was just an ordinary man, working for the Conrian Intelligence Service. Uncovering the truth of Rerir's past is the only way to unravel this mystery. But before you decide if you will accept my commission...
Sounds pretty good to me. Feels like we just flagged down a random passerby, only to discover he's actually a master
Can I borrow your halo? It could be useful.
Hey, enough with the wisecracks! Besides, isn't that lamp of yours bright enough already?
Relax. It was meant to be a compliment.
I'll give your proposal some serious thought, Mr. Dainsleif.
Before that, there's a few things I...
Now that we've united the hearts of the three moons, your power should be greatly enhanced. But it...
I believe it will take a little longer. You've done so much for me, so I want to be completely honest with you all. Even though I'm doing a lot better now, the truth is, my recovery will likely be an ongoing process. From the moment I was born, my power has been slowly ebbing away. And that is because Tevat has never accepted me. Even with the moons united as one, it seems my rejection cannot be undone. So far, I have yet to find a solution. It may turn out to be a problem that will plague me until the day I finally leave this place behind. Even so, I will do everything in my power to help you drive out the Rehir of Solnari. As Arlecchino put it, this is not about chasing the
Kutar.
Defeating the Rehir of Solnari will be no easy task. While my strength slowly recovers...
Naturally. We should take all the help we can get if we hope to...
We've considered several viable plans now. But our choice hinges on the answers to a few... Is it even possible to kill Rerir? What experiences shaped the person or monster he became? Given Albedo's expertise in alchemy, I think we should leave him to try and answer the first...
Understood.
As for the other two, I'm afraid we'll have to count on you again, Miss Nefer. Believe...
So you're placing all your hopes...
We can't thank you enough.
You sure have a talent for changing your tune, Miss Moonchanter. Timid like Yehoda one moment, then
Ladies, please. I must object to your portrayal of me.
I almost don't want to leave this room. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
I have faith in you, Miss Nefer.
Oh? And what makes you so...
This isn't about the money. I can sense...
Look at them getting along.
And I'm the one they accuse of insincere flattery. There is no justice.
Miss Lauma, you have to understand something.
Is that right?
Anyway, Mr. Dainsleif, let's talk.
This whole experience... Why? You think I've got...
Quite the opposite. But what makes...